Again, the last two games in 3A, the Manti North Sanpete game and the Carbon versus Grand County game, both of those games went way, way long, one because of protests and one because of just a great game, went 11 or 12 innings, and finally a walk-off 3-run home run won it for Manti. So that's why that plus the lightning delays this morning and things like that are the reason that we're so far behind. But we're getting ready to start it. The officials are having their discussion on the field. Again, Grantsville will be the visiting team, and Grantsville will come out. They'll start August Cowan pitching. The catcher will be Breanna Hyatt. Second place, playing third is Mason White.
Number 1, Madison Peterson, the designated
player. And Maisie Clark, at second base. Third base will be Kylie Leach. Shortstop is Hannah Butler. Left field, Laura Sandberg. Center field, Haley Delaney. And the right fielder will be Addison Smith. That's how they'll play defensively. Batting in the order they'll be batting is Madison Peterson, Haley Delaney, Kylie Leach, Addison Smith, Breanna Hyatt, Laura Sandberg, August Cowan, Hannah Butler, Maisie Clark, and then the flex player, of course, is Macy White. For the Union Cougars, they will start in the field, and they'll start pitching will be Allie Rook, who pitched the earlier game. Behind the plate will be Mallory Bostic. First base, Madison Hadlock. Second base, Delcy Lamb. Third base, is Tori Ross. Shortstop will be Mesa Nelson. Left field is Brindy Bartlett. Center field is Marley Horrocks. And right field will be Chloe Hyder. And they will bat in this order: Marley Horrocks, Delcy Lamb, Mesa Nelson, Madison Hadlock, Mallory Bostic, Chloe Hyder, Abby Earl, and Brindy Bartlett, and Tori Ross. Abby Rook will not be batting. She is the pitcher. And again, we give a shout out to Angie Earl, who is the mother of Abby Earl and has had problems with health and is in the hospital. I'm sure she's trying to take in every moment of these games with her daughter, and we wish her well in her recovery. First pitch by Allie Rook is going to be inside, called a ball. At the plate is Madison Peterson. She is the designated player for Grantsville. And again, this is the battle of the undefeateds. The winner of this game will go on to the championship game. The loser will have to go and play back through, and whoever wins here will have the advantage of having someone will have to beat them twice in that championship bracket in order for them to beat them out of the championship. So this is huge, and obviously the advantage goes to the winner of this game. Swinging strike, foul ball, strike. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes now, as the previous pitch was called a strike also, a called strike. And so Madison Peterson now 1 ball, 2 strikes against her from the pitcher Rook from Union High School. Misses her spot a little bit. The catcher set up way outside. The ball was right down the middle but low, so it'll be a called ball, ball 2, 2-2 the count. Again, just starting this championship or undefeated bracket game for the right to get the championship. Madison Peterson right up in the front of the box. There's no room left. She lifts it high and deep into the foul territory. It looks like down that right field line, and apparently it was not caught. Dropped foul down that right field line. A long run for the right fielder, just not able to get there, and so she'll come back to the plate with a 2-2 count. Nobody out yet. First batter. Once again, Rook approaches the pitching rubber and will deliver down the middle. Ripped down the third base line. Fair ball by Peterson. She's rounding first, headed to second. The throw is going to come in a little bit late as Peterson slides in safe into second base with a leadoff double here in the first inning. That ball was ripped down that third base line, and there was no question in her mind from the time she left home base that she was going for 2 on that one. And the left fielder did a good job of tracking it down and getting it in, but just too much speed and it was hit too sharply down that line. So that'll bring to the plate Haley Delaney, the center fielder for Grantsville, with a runner at second in scoring position, and Delaney at bat. First pitch is high and against the screen. That'll allow Madison Peterson to move over to third base uncontested. So she'll be at third base now. So right off the bat, here is Grantsville with a scoring opportunity. Any kind of play here to score Peterson from first. That scored a wild pitch on that one. And so Rook will once again take the signal and approach the pitching rubber and send it a little bit high and outside ball. It'll go two balls, no strikes here to Delaney. Delaney again wearing number 21 and playing center field for Grantsville. And Rook's a very deliberate pitcher, taking the signs and coming forward. That pitch is going to be deemed a little bit high also. So it's 3-0 now. And 3-0 to Delaney. And I'm sure that Rook does not want to throw one down the middle to this young lady. She probably still want to nibble at the corners if she can, with first base being open. Brings it right down the middle, however, and they held Delaney back. Not allowed to swing at that beautiful pitch right down the middle, so strike one. 3-1 now to Delaney. This again being the hitter's pitch here. You expect the pitcher to throw something decent here. Inside, they're going to call that a strike also, so she's worked it back full as Rook, as she's worked back out of that 3-0 deficit now to a 3-2 count, full count. And a chance to make something happen here, and hopefully that for them, they don't want to let that run score from third base. Madison Peterson at third. Swing and a miss, a little bit high right there, so a nice pitch. She took a little bit off and threw it a little bit high up in the eyes of Delaney, and she went for it. And that's the first strikeout of the game for Rook here. And that's one away for Grantsville. They still have Madison Peterson standing at third base after the starting double and then the wild pitch moving her to third. So now Kylie Leach is up to bat. Going to call a strike on that outside corner. Good job by the catcher of Union. And that's Bostic as she frames those outside pitches. You can see from here, she catches that and flips that mitt back across the plate a little bit. Doing a good job back behind that plate. Leach is up. You've got Addison Smith on deck and Breanna Hyatt in the hole. Ooh, nice movement on that ball by Rook as she kind of floats that one by Leach for a 2-strike count now. 0-2 to Leach. Kylie Leach, the third baseman, also wearing number 5 for Grantsville. Rook will approach it once again, deliberate in taking those signals and signs and preparing to bring the ball. On the outside, Leach reaches out and just taps it. Not sure whether she should let that go, but that's a good hitter. Anything close, you've got to fight it off. If it's anywhere where you think it might be called a strike, you've got to fight that thing off and then working to hopefully to get the pitch you want. So she does a good job there, Kylie Leach. And she'll stand in now for another pitch, another opportunity. It's an 0-2 still to count to her. Well outside again, she reaches out and just taps the ball. Ball on the outside corner. She just reaches out and taps it foul. So she again will get another opportunity to swing that bat. Still 0-2, one away, one on. On third base is Peterson here in the top of the first inning. Pitch comes way outside that time, way outside. Ball one, 1-2. And Union is the home team. We are in the top of the first. Sorry about the delay. The previous games on top of the lightning and rain delay we had this morning have really backed the schedule up. We appreciate Spanish Fork and their efforts to keep these fields in pristine condition. We appreciate them. Pitch is hit high in the air down the third base line. Third baseman settles underneath it, and she's going to take that. So that will be a fly out to the third baseman. Standing there is Tori Ross, and she's able to retire Leach on a fly out to the third baseman for the second out.
How about you playing right field?
Now batting, Addison Smith in that number 4 position. You got to expect this to be a pretty good darn hitter here with good power. Addison Smith playing right field, wearing number 17, steps in the number 4 hitter with a runner at third base. She was there early, and she's still standing there after 2 other batters. It's 2 down, and Rook brings it. On the outside corner, looks like they're going to get no, they do not get the call on that outside corner. Ball 1. Little catcher indicates it might have been a little bit low to the coach. The coach was asking why that wasn't called a strike, and she indicated down. Good for her. Now they take the try. Both her and the catcher and the pitcher both look into that dugout for that sign, and they read it off their wristbands. That one comes and floats a little high now to Addison Smith. So ball 2 to Addison Smith. And generally speaking, with your number 4 hitter, you don't want to get in a spot where you serve something up to them because generally those are the ones with power. So Rook comes with the plate. A little bit outside, falls off her glove to the catcher, but not enough damage. The runner at third had started back to third base, so no advantage. She continues to go back to third. The pitch to the batter is a ball. Excuse me, they've called a strike now, 2-1. 2-1, I believe, is the count now. And Addison Smith stands in. The pitch is again to the pitcher. Ooh, breaks that off that outside corner with a great break off that outside corner. 3-1 now is the count, 3-1. Only one down here in the inning, 3-1. Excuse me, 2 down. Excuse me, 2 down. Smith steps back in. Big pitch here, 3-1. Popped up on the right side, going back as the second baseman. Outfielders are coming in. Left fielder, center fielder calls for it and does make the catch on the run. Center fielder for Union, Marley Horrocks, makes the catch there, and they get out of that rip double to start the inning, and they leave her stranded at third. So that's it for the Grantsville Cowboys in the top of the first. We'll be back in just a minute.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Welcome back. We're back here in Spanish Fork, and we're a little bit late, but it's been a great day of softball. A lot of good things happening, a lot of fun things. You see some great plays out of these young people, and it's been a great day. Of course, you know, a lot of them have to go home disappointed because they don't get a chance for that championship, but there's been some great play and some good sportsmanship all around, and some clutch hitting, clutch fielding by players on many different teams. So here we are again. If you're just joining us, Grantsville and Union, the last 2 undefeated teams in the 3A division. Winner goes to the championship game, and the loser has to go back down south in the bracketing, that is, and win a couple of games to get back here. So Union got out of a jam there in that first inning. They come to the plate with Marley Horrocks starting. She is the center fielder and made that running catch to end the first inning. First pitch to Horrocks is hit high in the air down the right field line. Second baseman ranges over and takes that, and that it would be Maisie Clark ranges over behind first and takes that. And even though it's right behind first, that's the right play because she has a better angle coming off the edge than the first baseman going directly back. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Second base, number 3, Delcy Lamb.
Brings Delcy Lamb to the plate. Left-hander, likes to slap at it. Has had some real success today with that. Small player, but she slaps that thing. Woo, swing and a miss as the pitcher for Grantsville, August Cowan, just kind of floats that one by. Took a little off, and it floated up and away from Delcy Lamb. Lamb will look back in again. She bunts it but goes straight in the air, and third baseman will make the catch, plus the umpire called her out for being out of the box when she hit the ball. Boy, you don't see that call very often anymore, especially these left-handers that like to run up on the ball with that slap bunt technique. But that's what happens. He calls her out, so you can pick it either way. Either it's a fly out to the third baseman or it's an out because she was out of the box. Either way, it's 2 away now in the first, and really a minimum pitches for this pitcher, Cowan. At the plate now is Mason Nielsen. And she takes low ball 1 on the first pitch. Mason Nielsen is the shortstop for the Union Cougars and wears number 16, excuse me, that's close. Next pitch is on that outside corner, going to get the call there, 1-1 the call. 1-1 the call. Cowan comes again. Ooh, pretty pitch, floats a little, pop up again behind first base. Once again, second baseman ranges over and takes that pop up. Maisie Clark with 2 putouts in the inning, and that's a quick one. Not only is it 1, 2, 3, but there's about a half a dozen pitches is all that was made in that inning by the pitcher Cowan. So after 1, it's 0-0. We'll go back to studio for a quick timeout.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports UAB High School athletics.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Welcome back once again. We start now the second inning. Breanna Hyatt comes to the plate for the Grantsville Lady Cowboys. Breanna Hyatt, the catcher, doing a fine job back there, wearing number 12. Rips the first pitch into right field, right at the right fielder, though. Able to make that catch. A line shot into right field, and the right fielder does a fine job on it as that ball was trying to tail away from her off of a right-handed hitter. 1 pitch, 1 out. F9 brings Laura Sandberg to the plate. Laura Sandberg, the left fielder for Grantsville. And on deck will be August Cowan, the pitcher. So Allie Rook, 1 pitch, 1 out right there. And again, they with their trademark blue ribbons on the back of their hair in honor of the Angie's Angels, the mother of the mother of Abby Earl. It's Allie Earl. They wear those ribbons in memory of her and the things that she's done for them, and hopefully all is well there. So 1 ball, the count now to Laura Sandberg. And Rook will take the signal and preparing to bring the pitch to Sandberg. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Sandberg, the number 6 hitter, and again, in the first inning, Grantsville used 4 hitters and Union used 3. So an economy, and not only that, but just an economy of pitches, not a lot thrown. Pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1. Excuse me, 3-0. 3-0, excuse me. Laura Sandberg with a 3-0 count now. And a big pitch here now coming. Ooh, nice pitch off the outside corner on the edge corner. It's called strike, but 3-0, they're going to hold that bat back and make him throw an honest pitch in there. So Sandberg now stepping in there still with a good spot, 3-1 count, and an opportunity now to make something big happen here. Sandberg pitches inside and low, ball 4, she'll take her base. So Laura Sandberg, second base runner of the game, reaches on a base on balls, 5 pitches. And that'll bring to the plate now August Cowan, the pitcher, who really brings it from the pitching, from the defensive standpoint. We'll see now what happens with the bat. Where's number 7, August Cowan, and stands in there with the runner at first base. Laura Sandberg is at first.
Cowan.
Pitch is looks to be low. It is called a ball. Ball 1, low ball 1. Again, top of the second inning here. Laura Sandberg standing at first after a walk. Ball hit ripped into left center field. That's going to get down and past the center fielder. This could cause a run, at least 1 run. Coming around third is Sandberg. She'll get all the way home. Stand up at home and a stand-up double for August Cowan, who has really helped her cause here with that double, and brings Laura Sandberg all the way from first all the way around. Nice attempt by Horrocks, the center fielder, as she dove for the ball, but just out of her reach. Then it went to the fence and had to be picked up by Chloe Hyder and thrown in. So now they'll bring a runner in for the pitcher, Cowan, and they bring her in. I did not get that number. The runner they run in for her The pitcher gets pitchers and catchers get those runners, and so in will come that runner for Cowan. 1-0 already now, top of the second inning, as August Cowan, the pitcher for Grantsville, has helped her own cause by ripping that thing into right center field and allowing the run to score, the run being Laura Sandberg, who had reached on a walk. To the plate now as Hannah Butler, and she'll step in there in the number 8 spot hitting. She's the shortstop. Where's number 15? And she has a chance now with 1 down to make something more happen. I'm sure they'd like to get a few more runs here if at all possible. Hits the first pitch. It's a dribbler towards second base. The runner doesn't dare go. The throw to first base is in time. And that's going to get the out. They try to go back to second base and pick off the runner, but then nothing there. She's back easy. So Butler will go out.
Now batting, playing second base, number 11, Maisie
to
Clark.
Be the second out, 5-3 the second out. It'll bring Maisie Clark to the plate, number 4, the number 9 hitter, playing position 4, wearing number 11, Maisie Clark. She'll step in there with a runner at second base. Pitch from Rooks, swing and a miss. Took a little off of that one, swing and a miss by Maisie Clark. Maisie Clark, the player playing second base, has had to range over behind first base for a couple pop flies and have made nice plays on those. Stands in for the second pitch. Rips in the air. It's in the air down first baseline. First baseman giving chase. And the pitcher's reaction is that she caught the ball, and the official does give the call, so it's a great play by that first baseman. They kind of go behind the dugout. We can't see it from here, but that would be an F3, and that would be the third out of the inning. So they're able to get a run, but that's all. And that's Laura Sandberg crossing on the double by Cowan. 1-0, bottom of the second coming up. We'll be right back.
One hit, no errors, 1 left.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
You ever look up at the stars and wonder, how do they pack all that taste into these charbroiled sliders that start for just $1? Magic. Charbroiled sliders starting at just $1, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
If you got $5, you could get like 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Welcome back. Madison Hadlock steps in, the first baseman for Union against Cowan. First pitch is a dribbler back to the pitcher. Is going to pick it up and go to first. So that's Cowan picks it up and goes quickly to the first baseman. And I believe that's Mason White playing first. So that'll be 1 out.
The catching, number 13, Mallory Bostic.
Again, getting maximum out of a very few pitches, and probably hasn't thrown a dozen pitches so far in this game. Is August Cowan. That one's a ball outside. This is Mallory Bostic, the catcher now for Union Cougars, wearing number 13, steps in there. She's had a nice day today in the games that she's played. Chloe Hyder will be on deck. Swing and a miss by Bostic. A nice pitch there by August Cowan. 1-1 the count. 0-2 the count now to Bostic. Nobody has been on base yet for these Grantsville Cowboys. Ripped down to shortstop, picked up nicely there across the diamond, and that's going to be an out there. So that would be shortstop to first base for the second out.
Now batting, playing right field, number 10, Chloe Hyder.
And again, we can't reiterate enough the very few pitches that they're making out there. Cowan now faces Chloe Hyder with Abby Earl on deck. So Chloe Hyder stands in. She is the right fielder. Again, left-hander looking to slap a little. Slaps it, but it goes foul. As the speed of August Cowan is probably the pitchers I've seen today, obviously the best as far as speed control and movement. The pitcher from Grand County was fast, but I think this one's better and has much better control. That's a called strike by Chloe Hyder. Past her, so she's 0-2 now, standing in there with 2 away. The number 6 batter for Union. Gets a piece of that one. It's up a little bit in the zone. She reaches up and taps it up into the screen, so she'll get to go again. Still 0-2. Abby Earl again, the designated player for the Union Cougars, is on deck. Should Hyder get on. Woo, woo. They're expecting the call on that outside corner. Did not get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hyder. She'll stand down in there once again. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Hyder. Strikeout by August Cowan. I'm getting the names all mixed up. That's the third. 3 up, 3 down, 2 innings in a row. And that'll be it for the second inning. We've got a score of 1-0 in favor of Grantsville. We'll be right back.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Coming to the Juab County Fairgrounds this August is country group Restless Heart in concert. Get tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Get advance tickets now for Restless Heart in concert at the Juab County Fairgrounds at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 9th. Floor seating is just $30. Reserve seating $20. Get your tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Don't miss Restless Heart in concert August 9th in Nephi, Utah. Get tickets at juabcountyfair.com.
Welcome back once again. Here we are at the top of the third inning as this one's progressing quickly compared to the couple of games that we just did leading up to this. We'll go back to the top of the order for the Grantsville Cowboys as you got Madison Peterson standing in there. And Madison Peterson takes a called strike on the outside half of the plate. And Madison Peterson will stand in there for the second pitch now. Allie Rook continues to throw for the Union Cougars. That one is fouled off by Peterson to the left side, out of play. It'll be thrown back in, and we'll go again. 2 strikes now on Peterson here in the third inning, starting the third inning. Again, they're very deliberate. Union is in taking the signs, although once she gets the sign, she's very efficient to the plate. Reaching out and slapping one on the outside corner, and the throw comes across. Peterson is thrown out at first base, really just reaching out and catching it there. And on the end of the bat, slow roller to second base. Second base comes up and is able to make a quick play on that. Nice job by Tori Ross. Excuse me, not Tori Ross, but Delcy Land.
Haley Delaney.
That'll bring up Haley Delaney now, the number 2 batter, center fielder, and Kylie Leach is on deck. Haley Delaney struck out her first at-bat. That's the pitch is going to be a little high and outside, ball 1. Nice movement from Rook, the pitcher. Again, Delaney, the number 2 hitter, standing in there. Again, Rook brings it down the middle take a little off, and out in front of that is Delaney as she swings under and through that pitch. Nice pitch, a little change up there by Rook. 1-1 the count now. 1-1 the count, 1 down here. Delaney puts down the bunt. It's going to be foul. The umpire is going to say there's another batter out of the box, so he's calling her out again. And again, I haven't seen that call in a long, long time, and we've seen it twice here in the game tonight. But that is an out. I'm not even sure how to score that. Whether it's just considered a strikeout or a putout or what. But it's the second out. Second time Delaney has gone out. Kylie Leach now the batter. She flew out to the third baseman last inning. Hits a sharp grounder to the shortstop. Up with it. Across the diamond, nice pickup at first base, and a ball in the dirt. Nice job by Madison Hadlock digging that one out. Good job on a throw from Mason Nielsen. And first baseman's job is to make everybody else look good. And right there, Hadlock did that on that play. Good job. Into this top half of the second inning, third inning. It's still 1-0 for Grantsville.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
The trail is calling. Every turn, hill, and fallen log is screaming your name. And you're ready because you have the right type of power and agility to answer the call. Introducing the Honda Pioneer 1000 with best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Check out the Honda Pioneer 1000 at Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi. Garrett Honda, our family serving your family for over 50 years.
Welcome back once again. We'll start now the bottom half of the third inning. And we started with the bottom third of the order now for the Union Cougars, starting with number 11, Abby Earl, the designated player. First time up. Cowan has thrown 2 3-and-out innings. Starts this with a ball way outside to Abby Earl, ball 1. She'll be followed by Brindy Bartlett on deck and Tori Ross in the hole for the Union Cougars. Should any of them get on, then we go back to the top of the order and Marlene Horrocks. Pitch again on the outside corner. The catcher froze it there and got the call from the umpire. Left it there until he called it. 1-1 to count now. Again, Grantsville, the recipient of 1 run. Base on balls to Laura Sandberg and a double to the fence by August Cowan. And pitch now is called, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count now to Abby Earl. Cowan addresses the plate, brings it. Hit deep by Earl, going back as the center fielder over her head, off the fence. Earl rounding, headed to second base. The throw comes in, nice throw from the center fielder. They tag her out at the base. Great play by the center fielder for Grantsville. Was unable to make it, but stayed with the ball, fielded it off the fence nicely, fires it back in, Haley Delaney. And they are able to tag out Earl. So the no-hitter is gone, but the shutout remains. And she's thrown out at second base. So excitement turns into discouragement there, as that's a nice play defensively by Grantsville. First strike to Brindy Bartlett. And that's a swinging strike. Strike 1. Tori Ross is on deck. Bartlett stands in. Swing and a miss. Ball up and high. Strike 2. 0-2 the count now to Brindy Bartlett. Cowan comes to the plate. Ooh, nice break on the outside. Quick break at the end there, but it's a little too far outside. Ball 2. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hitter, Bartlett. Once again, they take their time getting there. Brings it, pop it up, short fly, trying to dive for it as the pitcher does not get it, cannot come up with it. And it's going to fall in there for a hit. In that situation, maybe the better play might have been let that ball hit the ground, pick it up, and throw him out. Once she drove, the ball bounced up and actually landed on top of her and then could not get to the ball to do anything with it. So it's Brindy Bartlett, really the first base runner now. We'll call that an infield hit. And again, Abby Earl did get a hit, but was thrown out trying to stretch a single into a double. Nice bunt here now. The left side plays at first base. Ball is out of the mid of the first baseman, actually the second baseman who came over to play there. And that's That's Maisie Clark comes to first base, and the throw was a little bit behind her, and as she reached back, she was unable to catch it. And so Tori Ross is on, and Brindy Bartlett goes all the way to third base on the error.
Now batting, playing center field, number 7, Marlene Horrocks.
So Union got something going here. Runners at first and third, and only one down. Now they go back to the top of the order to Marley Horrocks, and she flew out to second base last time, actually in behind first base is where that was. So she'll stand in there, a chance to make something happen here. Runners at the corners, one down, and we'll see what happens here and what kind of things that Union tries. Swing and a miss, a big swing by Horrocks. Wow, but she swung through it, got a little under it, no contact. Strike one. Still 1-0 here, bottom of the third, Grantsville ahead. Pitch comes to plate a little bit inside, but it cuts back at the last minute. She's got some late break on that ball. Looked like it was going to be inside, and at the last minute it kind of breaks back inside, catches that inside corner, so it's strike two now. 0-2 the count by August Cowan. Once again addresses it, brings it way outside this time. Ball one. 1-2 the count now. 1-2 the count. And big pitch here, big pitch. Cowan brings it again. Lifted over the second baseman, goes up and makes the catch. The runner at third had started down the line, had to go back, which is a safe play, but because of the depth of the second baseman, was not able then to continue home. So a big out there for Grantsville, as that's kind of a little flare to the second baseman for the second out on Horrocks. We got now Delcy Lamb in there with trying to slap that ball. Got a piece of it, fouled it back into the screen is all. So two away now, one strike on the batter. Runner still at first and third at the corners. And Cowan brings it again. A little bit high here. Ball, 1-1. The batter a little bit short. Pitch got up a little bit. Called a ball. Delcy Lamb again. Mason Nielsen is on deck. Slap it. Go down that third base line, but way foul, way foul. So strike two. Again, trying to slap that ball and get over there. I don't know if the runner at third is quick enough to get home on a slap bunt, but this young lady is certainly quick enough to get to first on a slap bunt. Don't think they'll worry about the runner at second. Cowan brings it. Slap, foul ball. Straight back against the screen. Foul ball. Still 1-2 the count. Two down. Cougars are threatening here. One at first and third. They had first and third with one away. Now it's set two away. Still first and third. No score for the Cougars yet, but they are threatening here. Cowan steps again to the plate. Brings the pitch. Slapped again, but it's going to come back against the screen once again. So Lamb hanging in there. She's battling this thing. Just not able to put anything in fair territory yet. You got Kylie Leach sneaking up at third base, anticipating the shortstop even isn't very deep. Straight up the middle would be an easy base hit for her. Whoa. Pitcher, the runner goes down. Again, they weren't worrying about that runner at first base. And she caught them all snapping, sleeping. You got second and shortstop really spread out there on the edges and couldn't get to the second base in time to try and cover that play. So now they got runners at second and third, two down, and 2-2 the count. Slap down the line, third base, foul ball, not by much. Wow, that looked like it was hugging the line all the way down, but bounced out foul. So narrowly missed a two-run single down that left field line, did Delcy Lamb. But she'll have to come back and start all over again now. She'll stand in there once again. And Cowan will get prepared to bring that pitch. Ooh, a flutter over the middle of the plate. Must have been low. No call ball now. They're going to call that a ball. So ball three. It's 3-2 now with two down. And runners on second and third for Union. Pitch right back to the pitcher. Easy. Pick it up. Throw it to first. That's it. Cowan is able to make the play on Delcy Lamb. So a nice valiant effort by Lamb and a big threat from Union. But it all goes for naught as they're able to get the last out and no runs across. So at the end of three now, it's still 1-0 for Grantsville.
In the bottom of the third inning for Union.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Number 17, Addison
Welcome back.
Smith.
Here we go. Start of the fourth inning now. Grantsville Cowboys on the 1-0 lead. They'll start this inning with Addison Smith, the right fielder, batting in the number 4 spot. Number 17, Addison Smith. First time up, she flew out to the center fielder. Actually was just behind second base, but the center fielder rushed in and grabbed the ball. Made a nice play on it to end that inning. First pitch to Smith is a called strike. Smith is right up on that plate, ready for the pitch. Rook will take the signal, address the plate, bring it. Whoa, ripped down the line, fair ball. Right down the line, going for second base now. Addison Smith, and I believe it's gone beyond the fence.
Your tournament merchandise is closing up, so if you want to grab any,
They do have on the edge of the fence down there, they have
better head over there now.
the fence. The portable fences do not go all the way to the chain link fence, so there are holes down there. And that one was hit so sharply down the line that I'm sure it skirted out the end. The umpire threw his hands in the air. That's a ground rule double. So Addison Smith with a rip down that line will get a stand-up double here.
Breanna Hyatt.
And Addison Smith, the coach out talking to Smith right now. They're going to put a runner in for Smith. And so Smith will come off. And the runner will go in. They're giving that number to the officials. Yeah, but a nice hit by Smith there. And I do not have the number of the runner. 20-something it appears. Not sure who. So, anyway, fact remains the same. Addison Smith hit a rope down that third base line. And now they've put a runner in for her. And it brings to the plate now Breanna Hyatt, the catcher, wearing number 12. She's done a great job behind the plate and has a tremendous arm. Her delivery out there, Breanna Hyatt. Now we'll see if they bunt her to third or if they go ahead and swing away, because she can score from there. The runner can. Hit it between shortstop and third. Third shortstop knocks it down, saves it. Would have been possibly a run scored, but she knocks it down. And that's Mason Nielsen knocks it down, but both runners are safe. So Breanna Hyatt gets an infield single. And Addison Smith's runner for Addison Smith moves to third. Now they got a runner coming in also for for Hyatt, who is the catcher. And that's so the catcher can get off and get the gear back on. But the runners at first and third now. Nobody out here for Grantsville. And at the plate, we've got Laura Sandberg. And Laura Sandberg took a walk last time up and did score the only run in the game. Laura Sandberg base on balls and then was able to move around and score actually on the double by August Cowan, who bats after her. So you got Sandberg and then Cowan on deck. They're the two that made the damage last inning. Squares to bunt, nothing there. And they tried to put a play on, but they let the runner go, acted like they were going to throw it, then wanted to turn and go to third. But the third baseman actually was in front of the runner, so they couldn't throw it to the third baseman because the runner was behind the baseman. So everybody's safe now, second and third. We have runners for Grantsville, Hyatt and Smith. Actually, they're both runners in place of those two players. Called strike on Sandberg. 1-1 is the call. Sandberg stands in, waiting for the call. Everybody's watching that dugout for Union to see when they get that call made. Bring it. Ooh, tipped. Foul ball by Sandberg. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Sandberg. The other game going on right now, you've got Manti versus Carbon Dinos on the other field over there. Again, these are elimination games. Somebody stays, somebody goes home. This game, however, is the undefeated's game. Ball is fouled off by Sandberg. This is the undefeated game. The winner will get into that championship game, and it'll be the lone undefeated team and have to be beaten twice by somebody, which is a daunting task. The other team will have to drop down and play the winner of the game that's going on over here right now, either Carbon or Manti. That will be in the morning. Change up, hit well, tagged on the third base, cross the field, not in time. Nice play by the third baseman for for Union, Tori Ross, as she caught the one hopper to her, turned and tagged the runner out who was trying to get back to third base, then went across the diamond, nearly got the runner there, but not quite in time. So you've tagged off for the first out of the inning. And you've got August Cowan setting up there with runners at first and second now as Sandberg reaches on a fielder's choice. Cowan rips it into left center field. That's going to get to the fence. One run's going to score. They're going to hold up the other runner. They will hold her up. That'll be one run across as Cowan gets her second stand-up double, as she's doing it with the pitching and also with the running here now. And but we might mention that that's the importance of the play that the little third baseman Tori Ross made on that last ball. Had she not turned and tagged that player out, that would have been 2 runs, not 1.
Shortstop number 15, Hannah Butler.
Another runner comes in now for Cowan as she's the pitcher. Pitchers and catchers get those runners, so another runner comes in. So runners at second and third, one away. 1 run in. At the plate will be Hannah Butler, who hit to the third baseman last time up. Swing and a miss. A nice breaking ball by Rook, as she kind of slices that towards the outside there. And Butler got just a piece of it, just ticked it, but it went right in the catcher's glove. So Butler will be followed by Maisie Clark. Hit down the right field line, foul, well foul. Strike 2, 0-2 the count now to Butler. Again, Maisie Clark will be on deck, and if they're able to get back to it, Madison Peterson will be in the hole. Hannah Butler on. One run in the inning, 2-0 the score in favor of Grantsville. Ball outside, ball. That'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And it stands back in. Rook taking the sign once again. Hit up the middle. Shortstop's going to feel off her glove into the right center field. The runner's heading to third. She's going to get there in time. And on the throw to third to try and get that runner, you've allowed the Hannah Butler to get to second base. So she gets to first on the single, and then she gets to second on a fielder's choice. So again, you've got runners at second and third. Sandberg has scored, or the runner for Sandberg, because we got runners for everybody out there right now. The runner for Cowan gets to third, and you've got Hannah Butler at second base. Maisie Clark now comes in. She flew out to the first baseman last time up. Ball is low, ball 1. Change that. That wasn't necessarily a hit last time. I believe that was an E. Error on that shortstop. The ball went off the glove. Maisie Clark stands in again. Took a bit of a timeout, readjusted, came back in. Nice pitch on that outside corner there by Rook against Maisie Clark. 1 ball, 1 strike now is the count. Umpires called timeout. Going to do a little housekeeping out there. You can't even see first, second base. There's so much dirt on top of it, so it cleans it off. So he steps back in. Here we go again. Rook with the ball. Brings it a little bit high, it looks like. Ball. 2-1 the count. Rook again taking that sign from the dugout. She'll step back. Maisie Clark hits a line shot into left, right center field. This will score the both runs. They'll come back into second base to hold the runner at first base. Nice job by Maisie Clark as she goes away, gets 2 RBIs on the hit as she brings in the runner for Cowan and also Hannah Butler from second base. So a big inning here for the Grantsville Cowboys, and Maisie Clark standing at first base with only 1 away here in this 4th inning, which is becoming a very big inning for the Grantsville Cowboys. They'll be batting the top of the lineup now. They'll go back to Madison Peterson, the number 1 hitter, and the designated player, Madison Peterson. She got a double her first time up and was stranded, and then hit it to second baseman and was thrown out in the second at-bat. Third at-bat now. Outside, ball 1. And Peterson will step back in there now with an attempt to move the runner Clark along. Doesn't swing, checks the swing, throw to second base, nobody covering. The second baseman is actually who had a chance for the ball, but she was back covering up. The shortstop never got there in time. She does stop it enough that the left fielder can pick it up before Clark is able to advance to third base. So she gets a stolen base there. And she's still standing at second base. 2 ball, no count, no strike is the count, 2-0 to Madison Peterson. Takes away the chance of the standard and traditional for double play. Pitch is going to be called strike on the low on the outside corner. 2-1. So Peterson standing in once again. Here comes a pitch from Rook on the outside corner. She shoots it down the right field line. Fair ball. That'll be 1 run in. And she'll have to stop at first base as they bring the ball back into second base. Great hit there by Madison Peterson. And again, there wasn't much distance between the ball and that line, but she rips it right down that line, scores another run. Maisie Clark from second base comes around to score. That's 5 in the inning now, folks, and it's still only 1 down. And now you got Haley Delaney at the plate. And Haley Delaney has been up a couple of times, hasn't got on base yet, but has ripped the ball. We'll see what happens here. Runner at first. Ball is going to be called strike on the inside half of the plate. This is the 8th batter to come to the plate in the inning, Haley Delaney. Pitch from Rook. Nothing there, high and outside. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Again, it's 6-0 now in the top of the 4th. And as they've struck big for 5 runs here, the Cowboys have. And Delaney up with only 1 down and a runner at first base in Madison Peterson. Hit down third, in between third and short. And again, it's one of those cases where the shortstop moved towards second base as the pitch was made. And Delaney hit it right where she left. So a nice piece of hitting there. I mean, it's not always like you plan it that way. It's just kind of luck of the draw sometimes. But hit it right in that gap where the player had vacated just a step or two earlier. So that's runners at first and second now, 1 down, and Kylie Leach steps in. She's flown out to the third baseman, and she's also hit to the shortstop and was thrown out at first. So she's 0 for 2 with her third at-bat. This is the 9th batter in the inning. Ball is low. Nice stop by the catcher, Bostic. Mallory Bostic doing a nice job behind the plate there for the Union Cougars. Rook and teammates not necessarily struggling. The Cowboys are just ripping the ball out there right now. That pitch is also low. Again, another good stop by Bostic. And it'll be 2 balls now and no strikes. Again, you don't want to give up this position in this position of the game. These are good hitters. You don't want to have to throw too good of a pitch here. Oh, wow. Boy, did she take one right off the biceps, triceps, or elbow. Leach does. Excuse me. Yeah, Leach. That sounded bad, and it looks like it hurts. Right off that left elbow or triceps. They're going to walk her down to first and check her out. She has to get to first so they can call timeout, but that's a hit by pitch to Leach.
Now batting, playing right field, number 17, Addison Smith.
That makes the bases loaded now. Bases are loaded. Addison Smith, the number 4 batter, comes to the plate. Addison Smith flew out to the center fielder, first at bat. And she got a hit the second time up and was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. So that's the only out of the inning right now. Looks like they're going to put a runner in for Kylie Leach. Going to put a runner in for her.
Brooklyn Frischneck is now running at first base.
Frischneck is the player apparently running for Kylie Leach. It'll bring, like you say, Addison Smith to the plate. Breanna Hyatt on deck. Laura Sandberg in the hole. And the bases are chuck full. They're loaded up with Cowgirls, Lady Cowboys. As Grantsville threatens to really break this thing wide open here in the fourth. Pitches outside. Whoa, called strike on that outside corner. Addison Smith in the hole now, 0-1. Rook looking for that call. That's the only thing that slows this game down, is looking for that call, that signal from the dugout. Ooh, little up that time. Ball 1-1 the count. Addison Smith will step back in now. Pitch coming. Ooh, foul ball just off the end of the bat as Addison Smith takes a big cut. Standing at third base is Madison Peterson. At second base is Haley Delaney, and standing at first base is the runner for Kylie Leach. Base is full with Addison Smith standing in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Addison Smith. Strikeout here for the Union Cougars would be huge to get Smith out of there and get it 2 outs with these bases loaded. Way outside, trying to get her to fish for 1 out there, and nothing doing by Smith. She lays off that one. It's 2-2 now, the count. Smith stepping back in, looking to make something big happen. Rips it to the right side. Fumbled by the second baseman. She gets it in time, flips it to first to get the out. So she does save at least the out, but it allows the run to score at home. So Madison Peterson comes in home and scores another run. Delaney advances to third. The runner for Leach goes to second. And on a fielder's choice, actually it's a 4-3. Addison Smith is thrown out at first base. Second out of the inning brings Breanna Hyatt to the plate. Pitch is on the outside corner. Going to say it's low, ball 1. Again, you've got Delaney at third, and Leach, or the runner there for Frischneck, at second. 6 across in the inning. That's going to be, floater inside. Going to say that's a ball also. 2-0 now is the count, 2-0. 7-0 here in the top of the fourth. As the Cowgirls, Lady Cowboys, have broken this thing open here in this fourth inning. Got one floating in the middle part of the plate, and Hyatt just missed that one, fouls it back against the screen. She had visions of grandeur in her eyes on that one as it was a little bit up, but it was floating. She went after it, not quite enough, and it'll be strike 1 on her. 2 ball, 1 strike. Popped it, flare to shortstop, bobbled by the shortstop, and a run in to score, and Hyatt is safe at first. So an error on the shortstop as she was trying to get that on the short hop. It took a bit of a squirrely bounce and come off of her glove and went clear back to the pitcher. So that's another run scored And that would be Delaney coming in, and Frischneck running for Leach goes to third. And we've also got now Hyatt at first base, and Laura Sandberg coming up. She's reached on a base on balls and also gotten a hit in the game.
Now batting, play left field, number 10, Laura Sandberg.
That pitch is high, bounces off the glove. Runners coming home, nobody saw it. Too late, they tried to get the ball back. They just kind of went to sleep on that. And coming home was Kylie Frischneck running for Kylie Leach. Another run is scored. And that puts Breanna Hyatt now over to second base. So that in itself should not have been disastrous, but the catcher and pitcher kind of went a little bit of sleep for the Union Cougars, allowing that run to score. They still got the ball back out in time, just didn't get the put out. High pop fly back over the screen. That might even make the other field clear back behind us. And Sandberg is now 1-1 the count, I believe. 2 down finally, but Rook, and the Cougars just trying to get out of this inning somehow to get out of here and try and regroup. They're down 9-0 now. Hit goes to third base, across the diamond to the first base, and that'll be an out. So finally, the bleeding ends here in the 4th inning as we go 5-3 across the diamond for the third out, but not before they throw up 8 runs in the inning, a big inning for the Cowboys. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 4th and see if Union can counter this. We'll be back in just a minute.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
Shortstop, number 16.
Welcome back. Again, a huge inning there for the Cowboys as they score 8 runs there in that 4th inning. Now we're in the bottom of the 4th, and Union really needs to get something going here. They've only had a couple of base runners in this game thus far, and they need to get something going as they would now fall in jeopardy. Really, Grantsville would only need 1 more run in the 5th inning and then hold them. They beat them 10-0 in 5 in the 10-run rule. But we'll see what happens. Union's a good team, and we'll see if they can bring something back here. 1-ball count to the batter, Nelson now. Mason Nielsen. Should be followed in the order by Madison Hadlock and then Mallory Bostic. Bostic playing a great job behind the plate thus far in this game. Foul ball back against the screen now by Nielsen. 1-1 the count. She hit the ball sharply to the second baseman last time, was thrown out. Excuse me, it was a pop fly behind first base, caught by the second baseman in her only at bat. So 0 for 1. Now it's a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Mason Nielsen. Again, the winner of this game goes automatically into the championship game. The loser has to go win a game or 2 to get back here. Swinging foul ball by Mason Nielsen. She'll remain alive with a 2-2 count. The game going on behind us is the game, again, for elimination. One of those teams will have to play the loser of this game. The winner of that plays the loser of this. And the winner of that gets to come back against the winner of this game and has to beat them twice. Daunting task, but it can be done. Has been done in the past. Ball is low. 3-1, 3-2 the count. Now we work at full. Does Nielsen, again followed by Hadlock and Bostic. Swinging foul ball tip into the glove of the catcher. Swinging strikeout by Nielsen. First out of the inning. And August Cowan having a great game here again. She's not striking everybody else out, but they've only had, it's a 2-hitter to this point. They got 2 hits in the 3rd inning, but unable to score out of those 2 hits, even though they got to 2nd and 3rd. Unable to score anything. And other than that, that's it, a 2-hitter through 4 1/3. Pitch, nice break on the inside, brings it back over the plate. Looked like it was going to be inside, but breaks it back over the plate. That's strike 1 against Hadlock with Bostic on deck. Hadlock standing in there. She hit it to the pitcher last time and got thrown out at first. So 0 for 1 in the game. So here you go again. Cowan settles in. Going to bring the ball to the plate. Brings it. Pop up, hits the screen back down. Usually you figure, you know, after you see a pitcher a couple of times, you can kind of start timing them and figuring out how to hit them. But unfortunately, when they've been as efficient here as Cowan has been, you don't get a chance to see them more than once or twice at most in a ball game because you don't have any big innings and you can't keep running batters through there. Ooh, nice cut, brings the ball a little bit high, but broke it back over the plate. And at the rate this is going, very few of these players will get a 3rd at-bat against Cowan if it keeps going this way. Cowan brings it, ball is fouled down now, but it comes back foul. Hadlock battling in there, really battling, trying to get something going here. Again, Bostic on deck and the Hyder in the hole. If Hadlock can get something going here. 2-2 with 1 down. Brings a nice change up down the line, trickles foul now. Remains strike 2, 2-2 the count. Cowan approaches now the stripe once again, brings it out of the circle. Woo, nice cut on the outside, but comes a little high. So ball 3 now, full count. 3-2 is a nice battle here by Hadlock to try and stay in this thing and make Cowan throw a lot of pitches here in this at-bat. Winds up and brings it. Foul down the line, foul ball off the screen. It'll be picked up and thrown back out to Cowan. As she continues to battle, Hadlock does. Hadlock stands in. Cowan takes the sign. Ripped into left field. This could be out of here, folks. And it is a quick line drive shot out of here by Hadlock. That's a great at-bat as she continued to fight it off until finally she got one up in the zone. And Hadlock ends the shutout. Yeah, she rips one over the left field fence, and it wasn't high. It was a shot out there. Quickly, it got out of here. Home run by Madison Hadlock to get Union back on the in the scoring column. So 9-1 is the score here as they finally break through against Cowan, and it'll bring Mallory Bostic to the plate with Chloe Hyder on deck. 1 down here in the 4th, bottom of the 4th.
Doing the catching, number 13, Mallory Bostic.
And I'm sure Union wants to get a few more out of this thing. They can't wait any longer. They got to get a run or 2 more here and then hold them defensively. Pitch is outside by Cowan. Ball 1. Cowan once again. Swing and a miss. She pulls the string on that one. Beautiful play. It looks like it's coming in just like her fastball, and it just kind of floats. It just kind of hangs up there. It looks big as a basketball, but you just can't get the bat on it. 1-1 to count. Then she comes back with the speed and burns it in that outside half. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Once again, they set up. Here comes Cowan with the pitch. It's going to hit, dribbled right back to the pitcher. Cowan picks it up and comes down to first base to Mason White, and that's it. 1-3 is that out. And that'll be the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Chloe Hyder with Abby Earl on deck. Hyder and then Earl.
Right field, number 10.
Hyder steps into that left-handed box. Again, we'll try and slap and kick this thing best she can. Hyder has been up once. She struck out. Tries the little bunt. And again, that's not as much as a slap as that is a bunt. She didn't slap that thing. She actually puts the bat down and bunts it down that third baseline. It trickles foul. And it'll be a strike one against Hyder. Playing right field for him tonight, wearing number 10 is Hyder. Whoa, that's the slap. As she goes forward and tries to slap that when it gets up on a little bit and fouls it back into the stands. 2 strikes now on Hyder. Once again, here comes Cowan to the plate. Oh, did she go? Did she go? The umpire says she did go. It was a weak offering. She tried to pull it back, but he says she did go through the zone. So that's a strikeout on Hyder by Cowan, and that'll be the third out of the inning. But Union gets on the board now with a home run by Hadlock, so it's now 9-1 going to the top of the 5th. We'll be back in just a moment.
Union Cougars in the
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Welcome back. We're back here in Spanish Fork, early almost in the morning. Here we go with the Lady Cowboys coming back up to bat. They had a huge inning last inning, throwing 8 runs on the board. We'll see what they can do here. They lead 9-1 after that big home run by Hadlock. First pitch is hit sharply to the shortstop, up with it across the diamond. And a nice play by Union. Nielsen to Hadlock there for the first out. And Cowan, that's the first time they've gotten her out in the game. She's got 2 doubles coming into that at bat, but that time unable to make it happen there. First out of the inning here in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th. Pitch is inside by Rook. It is the top of the 5th inning here is what we've got going. And Hannah Butler is up to plate. She was hit by a pitch last time up. Hannah Butler rips one into short center field. It's picked off there by the center fielder, Marley Horrocks. So that's an F8. That's quick work for 2 outs here after that last inning. I'm sure they're grateful to see that kind of efficiency, a couple of pitches and a couple of outs. Maisie Clark comes up now. She is playing second base, wearing number 11, Maisie Clark. She got a hit last time up and also scored a run. Pitch cuts off that inside corner, drops in there for a strike. Strike 1. The other game, the winner of the other game that's going on now will play the loser of this game. And the other game right now is 6-6 in the 3rd. Another tight ball game, 6-6 in the 3rd. Pitch is going to be flared to the pitcher. That's going to be an out, so efficient that time. After that last long, prolonged outing that they had last inning, Grantsville goes down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. And they'll go to the break, and then we'll be back with the bottom.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
You ever look up at the stars and wonder, how do they pack all that taste into these charbroiled sliders that start for just $1? Magic. Charbroiled sliders starting at just $1, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
If you got $5.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. Again, we go to the bottom now of the 5th inning. Union Cougars up to bat. Batting first will be Abby Earl. And she takes a called strike on the outside corner there on the first pitch from August Cowan. Again, August Cowan has thrown a great game here except for the one pitch to Madison Hadlock, who ripped it over the fence for the only run for the Cougars. Pitch number 2 coming to Abby Earl, a little bit high inside. Ball 1. 1-1 now. Cowan brings on the outside corner. Going to get the call strike out there, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. She nips that outside corner and gets that call. And that puts Earl in the hole. Abby Earl now needing to get something and protect that plate now. Reaches out and slaps it as she should do. Close on that outside corner. Reach out and slap that thing. And she gets enough of it to get a new life here. She gets to go again. Abby Earl back in the batter's box. Woohoo, beautiful pitch down the middle. A little bit of movement on that ball. That's a K for Cowan as Abby Earl goes down on strikes, first out of the inning, bringing Brindy Bartlett to the plate. Brindy Bartlett is the left fielder. And Tori Ross, the third baseman, will be on deck. Tori Ross. Brindy Bartlett. Brindy Bartlett got a single last time up. Was unable to score or score anybody, but she did get a single last time up. Ooh, throws that on that inside corner with a bit of a break, but didn't get enough of the plate to be able to call it a strike. So ball 1 to Bartlett. Ball 1. Tori Ross again on deck. Pitch to Bartlett. Hit dead ball, comes off of her shin, dead ball. So it'll be striked. There'll be a strike on her. She'll stand back in there again, Brindy Bartlett. Woo, late on that approach. Cowan just blows that one by her. 0-2 the count now to Bartlett. She stands back in fearlessly, trying to fight things off and try and battle in there and get a hit of some sort. Hadlock did it for 4 or 5 pitches before she ripped it out of the park. Bartlett lifts it, but it's only a foul ball out of play back behind the dugout. Bartlett will go back to work now. And Cowan, see what she offers up in the way of a pitch. Pop up down the third base line, stepping over and making that play easily is Kylie Leach for the Lady Cowboys. So Brindy Bartlett is gone. Second out of the inning brings Tori Ross to the plate. Tori Ross reached last time up on an error and was able to get to second base before the inning ended.
Tori Ross.
If she gets on deck, leadoff hitter Marley Horrocks will then be up. She tries to slap that. It goes back into the screen. Nobody on, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tori Ross steps back in. Tries to slap that thing. It's going to be off of bat and into foul territory behind the catchers. Turns around, picks it up, fires it back to the pitcher. So 2 strikes now. 2 outs, 2 strikes, no balls. Tori Ross in deep. Ooh, slaps it down the third baseline, out of play, foul. Umpire has to go get a couple more. They've knocked them all foul or out of the park. Had to grab a couple more out of reserve. So Tori Ross battling in there. Still 2 strikes. No balls. And here comes August Cowan once again. Beautiful pitch. Fighting it off is Tori Ross down the third baseline, foul. Left fielder will have to go pick that one up and get it back in. This is going to be dribbled by Ross. It'll go to the back to the pitcher and will be thrown out there. So a nice inning, easy inning there for the Lady Cowboys. Again, they really have had minimal damage out there on the field, but that'll go 1-3 for the third out. So that'll be the end of 5. We'll be back with the start of the 6th inning here in just a moment.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Coming to the Juab County Fairgrounds this August is country group Restless Heart in concert. Get tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Get advance tickets now for Restless Heart in concert at the Juab County Fairgrounds at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 9th. 4 seating is just $30. Reserve seating $20. Get your tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Don't miss Restless Heart in concert August 9th in Nephi, Utah. Get tickets at juabcountyfair.com.
Welcome back once again. We start now the 6th inning. Coming to bat for Grantsville. They'll start the top of the order now. They got Madison Peterson up, Haley Delaney after that, and Kylie Leach in the hole. Pitch is way outside, ball 1. First offering to Peterson. Going to score 9-1 now in the 6th inning for Grantsville, the Lady Cowboys. Rooks has thrown her hook. Swing and a miss off the offering by Abby Rook. Allie Rook. She's pitched all the way for them. 1-1 to count. She's thrown well. Just had the 1 inning where they threw up 8 runs in the 1 inning. And the one black eye for this Union group. They've done a nice job. That pitch is going to be outside, ball 2. And Rook will bring it again. Ooh, lifted down the line, foul, right side. So the count will remain 2-2. Again, we're leading off the top of the 6th inning here with the Grantsville Lady Cowboys. And we're leading off at the top of the order. Peterson has got 2 hits in the game, 2 out of 3, and scored a run. So she's been very productive from that leadoff spot. Oh, hit right back at the pitcher. And off the pitcher, goes right over to the third baseman. Lucky break for Union as the ball went right to the first baseman. She was able to pick it up. I don't know if you give the pitcher an assist on that, if you score that 1-3, or if it's just 3 unassisted. But anyway, a great lucky break. If you're going to have somebody get hit, a lucky break is to have it roll right to the base where you need to get them out. So we'll go 3 unassisted on that one. We're not going to blame the pitcher for that. She seems to be okay as she is able to turn sideways and let it kind of come off the side a little bit and roll right over to the pitcher. And, of course, when they get the out, everything's good. You don't have to worry about the pain. So we got some kind of a change here Number 20. Looks like they're going to. We should have Haley Delaney, but I believe they've got somebody else. 24. We've got
Riley Udom.
We've got number 29, Riley Udom, going to be up to bat now. She'll be in there for Haley Delaney. So Riley Udom will be batting for her, number 29, here in the 6th inning. She'll step in there, no runners on. Her first attempt. Ball is low, ball 1. She's a little bit taller. That might have been a strike on some, but she's a little taller than others, than the other girls that have been out there. So she'll step back in. Hits it sharply into right field. In between first and second baseman. Sharply to the right fielder. So a nice base hit by Udom as she reaches first on a single there. And it will bring, now they're going to run for her. So nice job by Udom to get the hit.
First base.
And so now they'll run for her and come to the plate.
Base number 5,
Kylie Leach. Kylie Leach was hit by the pitch last time up. Quite painful. She went out for a while, but she's still in there battling. So Kylie Leach hit by the pitch, and the runner for her did score a run during that inning. Now let's hope all of the substitutions are correct and easily definable so we don't have the same kind of protest thing that we had going on in the other ball game. Hit down in between shortstop and third base. Once again, the shortstop keeps getting caught trying to move to the inside, and the ball's getting hit right behind her. So one pitch, and Kylie Leach rips a single into left field, and that moves the runner for Udom over to second base. And it brings up Addison Smith now, the cleanup hitter. And Addison Smith has gotten a hit. Again, got a hit in the 3rd inning and tried to stretch it into a double. Got thrown out at second base. But she did have a legitimate hit, hard hit to the outfield, to the fence. She'll step in, Addison Smith, with runners in first and second. She's going to flare one out to second base, looks like. Instead of going to second, they'll go across the diamond to first to get the short out. So Addison Smith is out. And that's the first out of the inning. Excuse me, second out of the inning. It does advance the runners. You got Delaney to third base and Leach to second base.
Number 12, Breanna Hyatt.
Now Hyatt steps in. She's reached twice, once on a hit, once on an error. She stands in there with runners in scoring position. Pitch is outside, low, ball 1. Hyatt, the catcher for Grantsville. Pitch on the way. Ooh, thought about swinging at that one, let it go. Little float in there, high for a ball. 2 balls now. Sandberg will be on deck. Laura Sandberg, the left fielder. Right now Hyatt still battling in there. That's going to be a called strike on that outside corner. 2-1. 2-1 the count to Hyatt. Waiting for the pitch. Ooh, it's going to be called a high. 31 now the count. 3-1 to Breanna Hyatt. And first base is open, but you don't necessarily want to put a walk there to load these bases up for Laura Sandberg. See what happens here on the important pitch. Rips it to right field. Going to go way out of bounds, however. And that'll be a long strike. 3-2 the count. 2 down. 3-2 count. And Hyatt will step back in. battling here. Whoa, ripped into left field, going back left fielder, and is able to make the catch back there. That ball kind of lost a little steam as it floated out there, but it's going to be a fly out to the center left fielder for the third out of the inning. So they leave two right there, and they're still hanging in. And we'll go to the bottom of the sixth in just a minute. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with the subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
The trail is calling. Every turn, hill, and fallen log is screaming your name. And you're ready because you have the right type of power and agility to answer the call. Introducing the Honda Pioneer 1000 with best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Check out the Honda Pioneer 1000 at Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi. Garrett Honda, our family serving your family for over 50 years.
Welcome back once again. We start now the bottom of the sixth inning. And Union coming up, they only got 6 outs left, and they're down by 8 runs. And got one back last inning, but they need to get something going here as time is running out for them. They need to get something here quickly. They'll start the inning. We'll go back to the top of the order for the Union Cougars. They'll go back up to Marley Horrocks, and she'll be followed by Delcy Lamb and then Mason Nielsen, the top 3 in the order. And thus far, the top 3 in the order have not gotten on base. They've been able to hit the ball a couple of times, but only 1 strikeout in the bunch, but not been able to get on base. So we'll see what goes here. Marley Horrocks at the plate. First pitch swing, pops it way up in the air. It's going to come foul out of play. And she'll get another chance here. That one's uncatchable. Again, the loser of this game is not out. They'll get a chance to go play back through. Swinging strike down the line, the third, another foul ball. 0-2 the count to Horrocks. The loser of this ball game will play the winner of the game going on between Carbon and Manti, which is in a 6-6 tie in the third right now. And the winner of this one will set out and wait for the winner of that one. Pitch is outside, ball 1. 1-2. Horrocks stands in, pops the ball up in the air. Pitcher's going to call for it. That's Autumn Cowan, and she takes the play. So for the first out then, that'll bring up Delcy Lamb. And after Delcy Lamb, it will be Mason Nielsen. And if they get something going, Madison Hadlock will be in the hole. Madison Hadlock accounting for the only run in the game with that home run back in the 4th inning. So Delcy Lamb stands in. Again, that slap technique from the left-hand side. And she's going to look to slap that to the left side. Puts the bunt down. Bunt's going to roll foul. Or do they rule that fair ball? They rule that a fair ball, so she's out at first. Nice play by the catcher. Where she caught it looked like she's in foul ball territory, but the ball must have still been in fair territory as she reached out. Either way you look at it, Delcy Lamb is gone.
Now batting, playing shortstop, number 16, Mason Nielsen.
And another efficient inning so far for August Cowan as Mason Nielsen, the number 3 batter, steps in with Hadlock on deck. Pop up to the right side. Looks like there's going to be room for a play here. Second base coming over. First base is going to take that. Nice play by number 24, Mason White over there. Takes that, and that's an F to the 3 for the third out. A very efficient inning there. So that's it. That's the bottom of the 6th is done. We're still 9-1. We'll be back with the start of the 7th inning in just a moment.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Welcome back once again. We start the top now with the 7th inning with the Grantsville Lady Cowboys leading by a score of 9-1. They will send to the plate in this inning Laura Sandberg, August Cowan, and Hannah Butler to start. And we'll see where it goes from there. Again, 9-1. The winner again will sit out until tomorrow at 12:30. The loser will take on the winner of the game going on behind us, which is a 6-6 tie in the 4th. Whoa, turns to bunt. The ball is high. She pulls it back. That'll be a ball. And so, again, that game will start at 10 o'clock in the morning. The winner of that then will come up against the winner of this game at 12:30. And then if needed, the game will be played after that, 30 minutes after that one terminates. Ball ripped back up the middle. It's going to go for a base hit. They try to throw it from center field to first to get him out. Sometimes you can catch him napping if they don't run hard, but in that case, Sandberg was there in plenty of time. So that's a single for Sandberg, and it brings up August Cowan. The first 2 times August Cowan got up, she ripped doubles, and the last time she did get out hitting the ball to shortstop, but she did hit 2 doubles. She's 2 for 3 in the game thus far. She does have a runner out there at first base. Pitches up a little bit, ball called ball 1. Cowan steps back in, and Rook, who has pitched the whole game and done a nice job of it, stands back in and gets ready to deliver the ball. The runner goes, and again, nobody really there to cover. A little bit of miscommunication, and the way the catcher throws the ball, it tails a little bit to right field, and the shortstop is playing so deep in the hole to the left side that cannot get to the base in time. The second baseman is headed over to cover behind and back it up, is not headed to the base, and there is nobody on the base. So a stolen base there by Sandberg. Gets her to in scoring position now. Cowan with a 1-1 count. And a base hit here could once again score an extra run. Big swing by Cowan sends the ball foul out of play on the right-hand side. Makes the count 1-2, I believe, now. Brooks takes the sign once again out of that dugout. Her and the catcher both. First baseman looking in too. Then the wristbands and then deliver. Pitch is going to be inside. Ball, 2-2. Once again, Cowan will step into the box. Cowan hits the ball, is going to go into center field. Up with it quickly as a center fielder. She's going to come home with it, hustling in to make the play. Safe at home, but the problem with that is you allow Cowan to get to second base. And again, you keep that runner at second base, it's always in scoring position. So she does hit the ball. It's a single. She scores a run, and then on the fielder's choice, she's able to move to second base.
Plays shortstop number 15, Hannah
Brings
Butler.
Hannah Butler to the plate. And Butler will stand in. Think so. Maybe they got a substitute coming in here. No, Butler stands in there. And she'll come in. They did put a runner in, I think, for Cowan. So Butler will stand in, and Butler has been on base once out of 3 times she's been able to get up. It's a towering pop up on the infield. First baseman's calling for it, backing up, unable to make the play as it was dancing up there in front of her. And drops foul, though. It will be a foul ball. And those are tough. And again, as the second baseman had a chance to get there, might have been wise because a better angle on that ball when it's coming straight down at you. New life for Hannah Butler. She'll stand back in with 1 strike call on her. Runner at second base. Pitch outside, ball 1. Maisie Clark will be on deck. And Madison Peterson in the hole. 10-1 the score now. Hits the ball, looks like he's going to dribble to shortstop. Up with it, across the diamond, in the dirt, able to pick it up. Throw is going to be wild at third base. Runner will get up and stroll home easily. So we get the out at first base on Butler. But then on the return throw to try and get the out at third base, the runner for Cowan is able to come all the way in on the error on the throw by the first baseman. So it makes the score 11-1 now. That's the 10-run rule, but Union gets a chance to come up because they are
Maisie Clark,
the home team. So Maisie Clark comes up now. Maisie Clark is on 1 for 3. Hits the ball sharply down third. Great play by the third baseman, up and makes a great throw. She's done that a couple of times. And in the couple of games that we've seen here, Tori Ross, now they're going to say it's foul ball. No, excuse me, that's the second out. I'm just amazed by the play. That's a great play by Ross there. No, I got 3 outs.
Now batting designated player number 1, Madison Peterson.
I scored it wrong. We'll go back to the top of the order with Madison Peterson now coming to bat. Hits it in the gap. Shortstop comes up with it, turns, throws to first. Nice play by the shortstop to get the play on Mason Nielsen. So 2 defensive gems there by Mason Nielsen and also by Tori Ross to squeeze that inning off, but not before they get a couple. It's 11-1 now. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th when we come back.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
Madison Hyatt.
Welcome back now. We start the bottom of the 7th now, and Union has a lot of work to do here as they're down by 10 with 3 outs. You got Madison Hadlock will lead it off when Mallory Bostic will be on deck. And in the hole, Chloe Hyder. Going to be a dribble down to third base by Hadlock. Throw across the diamond, that'll be an out. That play from Kylie Leach across to White for the first out. That was quick. It'll bring Bostic to the plate. Bostic coming to the plate. Down to 2 outs now for the Union Cougars. Again, the winner of this game will go on to the championship game. The loser will be playing early, 10 o'clock tomorrow, against the winner of the other game. Currently, the Carbon Dinos are up on Manti 7-6 in the 4th inning. So once again, August Cowan brings it, throws the flutter, the change up in there. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. And Cowan brings another one, foul off the end of the bat, foul ball down the line. Once again, now 0-2 the count, 1 down. And Bostic at the plate. Ooh, inside called, 3rd strike on that inside corner. So a big strike out there for Cowan for the 2nd out of the 7th inning. And it comes down to the last out now for Chloe Hyder. A lot of things can happen with 2 outs, but that's a long way to go. 11-1 down to their last out, their last 3 strikes. Chloe Hyder steps in, the right fielder for the Union Cougars. She's again in that left-hand box. Going to be slapping at that ball, trying to get something going. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cowan has thrown an excellent game, did give up the 1 home run, but that's it. Other than that, the base runners for Union have been very few, very few. And Cowan has thrown very efficiently here, not wasting a lot of pitches. Cowan will step back in and bring it. Going to say strike 2. So it's down to 1 strike now for Union. Hyder down to the last strike here. Cowan standing in there. Takes the signal and approaches it now, brings it. Outside ball, 1-2. Hope still flourishes here. We have to have a lot of hope. Cowan approaches it, brings it to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the ball game here. And Grantsville will advance to the championship game, guaranteed 1st or 2nd here, as that will be it for the Union Cougars. So Cowan throws a superb game as she only gives up 1 run and really only about 4 hits in the ball game. Very efficient use of her pitches. Great job by Cowan and by the Grantsville Lady Cowboys as a whole as they throw 11 runs on the board here in this championship flight game, including a couple of home runs. We congratulate them. They will move on to the championship game. That will begin at 12:30 tomorrow. They will play the winner of the game preceding that, and that game will be between Union and the winner of the game going on behind us, which right now is the Carbon Dinos over Manti by a couple of runs, but it's only in the 4th inning, so Manti has a chance to come back. And that's only 3 teams will be left. That game will take place at 10 o'clock. The winner will advance to play again against this Grantsville Cowboys team, and if that team should happen to win, then they'll play again. So Grantsville guaranteed the 1st or 2nd place in this tournament. They've had a good time of it, playing well, excellently coached team, looks really good. So that's kind of it. The only thing left now is the game between Manti and Carbon, and it's under process right now again on one of these stations. And Mike Trainer bringing you that game on Channel 10. You're probably watching it already.